Welcome to WarTech Lab. In today's video, we're diving inside one of the most powerful machines ever built. Not to see how it fights, but how it survives. We'll uncover how 5,000 sailors are fed every single day in the middle of the ocean, where they sleep inside steel compartments stacked like coffins, how they stay clean with extreme water limitations, and the hidden logistics that turn a warship into a fully functioning floating city. Because behind all the firepower lies a system built to sustain human life under pressure. Somewhere in the vast ocean, a floating giant cuts through the waves. This is not just a ship, it's a self-contained city at war. The USS Gerald R carries over 5,000 people, deploys for months at a time, and operates with near unlimited range. But what makes it truly extraordinary isn't just its weapons, it's its ability to keep thousands of humans alive every single day without touching land. No resupply stores, no outside help, just steel, systems, and precision. From above, it looks like a war machine, but inside, it functions like a highly organized metropolis. Its flight deck spans the size of 3 football fields. Its nuclear reactors provide endless power. Its jets can strike targets over 1,000 miles away. Yet despite all that firepower, the most complex challenge isn't combat. It's logistics. Feeding thousands, housing them, keeping them clean, functional, and mission-ready. Because if the people fail, the ship fails. Every single day aboard this carrier is a calculation of survival. Over 17,000 meals must be prepared and served. More than 5,000 bodies must find rest in stacked steel bunks. Each sailor is limited to just 3 gallons of water for hygiene. And every week, over 150,000 pounds of laundry must be processed. This isn't just routine. It's a perfectly synchronized system where even the smallest disruption can ripple across the entire ship. Because out here, there's no margin for error. At the heart of this floating city lies one of its most critical operations, the kitchen. It never sleeps. Running 24 hours a day, it serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight rations for those working through the night. Behind the scenes, over 100 trained specialists work brutal 12 to 16-hour shifts in temperatures reaching 135 degrees Fahrenheit. This isn't cooking. This is industrial-scale survival. Every calorie is calculated. Every meal is part of a system designed to keep sailors functioning at peak performance. Because on a ship like this, food isn't comfort, it's fuel for war. But feeding 5,000 sailors isn't just about cooking, it's about supply. Out here, in the middle of the ocean, there are no supermarkets, no delivery apps, no second chances. Every 7 to 10 days, a high-risk operation begins. A massive supply ship pulls alongside the carrier, both vessels moving at the same speed, cutting through open water. Then, using tensioned cables, hundreds of thousands of pounds of food are transferred mid-motion. Up to 700,000 pounds swinging between ships. One mistake, and everything falls into the sea. And the scale of consumption? In just 24 hours, 1,600 pounds of chicken, 160 gallons of milk, 30 cases of cereal, and over 20,000 cups of coffee, all of it gone in a single day. This floating city doesn't just eat, it devours logistics. But not everyone eats the same way. Life aboard is structured, even down to the dining table. For enlisted sailors, meals happen in large, crowded mess halls. Fast-paced, no reservations. First come, first served. like a high school cafeteria, under military discipline. But for officers, it's different. Separate dining spaces, better furnishings, more formal service. And for senior officers, private dining areas, complete with white tablecloths. Yet there's one moment when the system softens. Once a month, sailors celebrating their birthdays are given something rare. A quiet table, soft music, a carefully prepared meal, sometimes even lobster or prime rib. It's not just food, it's a reminder of home in the middle of nowhere. Because morale here is mission critical. Now imagine this. After a long shift, exhausted, you return to your bed. Except it's not really a bed. It's called a rack. 77 inches long, 27 inches wide, and stacked 3 levels high. But the real constraint isn't the length, it's the height. You get just 20 inches of vertical space, barely enough to turn your body. You're not sleeping in a room, you're sleeping inside a metal slot. And everything you own, your clothes, your gear, your personal items, must fit into a locker barely bigger than a suitcase. For 6 months. No extra space, no privacy, no escape. This isn't comfort. This is adaptation. And yet, things used to be even worse. On older Nimitz-class carriers, up to 180 sailors shared a single sleeping compartment. Noise, foot traffic, constant disruption. Privacy was almost non-existent. But modern carriers, like the Ford class, have changed that. Now, sailors are grouped into smaller 40-person units. Less noise, less chaos, slightly more control over their environment. Each unit even has its own bathroom facilities. Curtains are added for personal space. Wi-Fi lounges offer a small connection to the outside world. It's still far from comfortable, but it's a step towards something critical, keeping sailors mentally and physically operational in one of the most demanding environments on Earth. Because on a ship like this, rest isn't a luxury, it's survival. Now imagine trying to stay clean with almost no water. On an aircraft carrier, every drop matters. So sailors follow a strict routine known as the Navy shower. Step 1. Turn the water on, just long enough to get wet. Step 2. Shut it off completely and soap everything. Step 3. Turn it back on for a quick rinse. That's it. No long showers, no comfort, no wasted seconds. A normal civilian shower uses around 60 gallons of water. Here, just 3 gallons. Multiply that across 5,000 sailors, and suddenly, this simple habit saves hundreds of thousands of gallons every single day. Out here, efficiency isn't optional. It's survival. But even the most advanced systems have weaknesses. Deep inside the ship runs a vacuum-powered toilet system, similar to what you'd find on an aircraft. Efficient, compact, critical. But there's a problem. The pipes are too small. And when sailors flush things they shouldn't, like shirts or cleaning materials, the entire system begins to fail. Clogs don't just affect one bathroom. They can shut down multiple decks at once. On average, this happens twice a day. And fixing it? It requires a specialized chemical process, costing up to $400,000 per operation. Think about that. Hundreds of thousands of dollars just to unclog a system meant to handle basic human waste. Sometimes the weakest point in a billion-dollar warship isn't weapons, it's plumbing. Now go deeper. Far below the deck, beneath the surface of the ocean, is where one of the harshest environments exists: the laundry facilities. This is where over 150,000 pounds of clothing are processed every single week. But the real challenge isn't the workload, it's the heat. Massive industrial machines generate temperatures between 120 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. It's suffocating, dangerous, relentless. To prevent collapse, sailors working here are limited to 1-hour shifts once temperatures rise too high. Because push beyond that, and the human body starts to fail. On paper, everything is optimized. Industrial washers, dryers, steam presses, even ozone-based systems designed to reduce water and chemical use. It's efficient, scalable, engineered. But reality is messier. The system is slow. Clothes get lost, mixed up, delayed. And when that happens, sailors improvise. Quietly, against regulations, they turn to something far simpler: a sink. Hand-washing uniforms in cramped spaces, just to make sure they have something clean for the next shift. Because when systems fall short, humans adapt. They always do. Now compare this to your daily life. At home, you sleep on a full-sized bed with space to stretch. You take long, hot showers without thinking twice. You buy food anytime you want from a store just minutes away. And your laundry? Clean, quiet, effortless. But out here, sleep happens inside a 20-inch steel rack. Showers are limited to just 3 gallons of water. Food arrives through high-risk transfers in open ocean. And laundry is done in extreme heat under strict time limits. This isn't inconvenience. This is a completely different reality, one built on discipline, efficiency, and sacrifice. And yet, despite all of this, the aircraft carrier functions as a fully independent city. It has its own hospitals and dental clinics, its own economy, completely cashless, its own postal system, banks, and religious services. There are gyms to maintain strength, libraries for moments of quiet, barbers ensuring every sailor meets strict military standards. Everything needed to sustain human life exists within steel walls, floating in the middle of nowhere. No outside support, no shortcuts. Just a system designed to operate alone. But here's the truth most people never think about. All the advanced technology, the $13 billion carrier, the nuclear reactors, the fighter jets capable of striking thousands of miles away, none of it matters without the people. Food, sleep, hygiene, clean uniforms. These aren't small details. They are the foundation of military power. Because a warship doesn't run on fuel alone. It runs on human endurance. And if that breaks, everything else follows. So here's the question. Could you live like this for 6 months? Sleeping in a space barely larger than your body, working in extreme heat, showering with just a few gallons of water, eating on a strict schedule far from home. Over 5,000 sailors do this every single day. Not for comfort, not for convenience, but to stand watch so the rest of the world can sleep safely. If this gave you a new perspective on life inside the world's most powerful warships, then you've only seen the surface. Follow WarTech Lab and step deeper into the hidden systems that keep modern warfare alive. We'll see you in the next mission.